Hi guys. It's kind of neat our discussion question this week mentions time because we've just read time travel stories. To me, the neat thing about them is that they aren't, because they deal with time travel, they're not necessarily fixed in time, at least in my opinion, the way I look at it. For example, in Kindred, we've got Dana traveling from 1976 back to the early 1800s. In the Time Machine, we've got the time traveler going from probably 1895, around the time the book was written, into a remote future. However, it doesn't change that much for me that I'm reading it in 2018 because I'm putting it in its place in time, just like Dana ends up transporting herself to a place in time. The theme, a strong one, of course, in time travel is that fish out of water. I like to call it Stranger in a Strange Land, a nod to Robert Heinlein's book. That doesn't change. That theme is common no matter what time period we're reading it in. We're still looking at somebody who's out of place in time, regardless of from what time they start at, in my opinion. So I don't know if the passage of time has affected how me, the reader, looks at the novel. But one thing in Kindred, like I've read a lot of time travel stories, as many of you might have guessed, but something very unique that struck me in Kindred was a moment where Dana says, "Once, God knows how long ago, I had worried that I was keeping too much distance between myself and this alien time. Now there was no distance at all. When had I stopped acting? Why had I stopped?" Ooh, I think that's so poignant because that's something that isn't addressed in the Time Machine. He never has that moment where he's always trying to get back, find his time machine. Even though he's hanging out with Weena and the people that are there, he never feels, it never overtakes him. He never fully assimilates or chooses to. See, in other time travel stories I've read, there can be that choice that I choose to decide to stay here and fully assimilate. But something overtakes Dana, which I think is very striking, and there's lots that could be discussed there, but I only have 3 minutes, so I can't discuss it all. But I think it's poignant because she doesn't choose it. First off, it comes to her later that this has happened. And then it could be part of the whole construct of the book, how she's so connected to her own past that once she's there long enough, stuck there, she kind of forgets that she ever should be anywhere else. Like, it's just a really fascinating moment in the book that I don't feel like I've read in other time travel stories. So anyhow, that's what I was thinking.